Subscribe, please.
I love zombies. I love zombies. Zombies are the way to go. That makes me excited. Okay.
What's that? What's that microphone do?
It just records our voice. All right, you go play with Daddy, okay?
I do it record your voice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, record your voice.
Go outside still. Hey guys, welcome back to another Gimpys Gal Guesses. You can probably tell, but I'm definitely feeling much better than my last Guesses video. I was getting over the yuck that I'm sure everybody's been getting with the weather, especially here in North Carolina, which is where the Gimpys live. If you're not familiar, it's like 60 degrees one day, and then the next day it's in the 30s. It'll snow and then be 50 degrees, and the weather is just doesn't make up its mind. So that leads to everybody getting sick. So we all experienced it, and the last Guesses, I was just at the tail end of it, but I'm good now, and I'm really excited about this one because this is one of those, I think they're called publishers, and I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, that's really dumb, but the company that publishes these games, yeah, that's the publisher, DVG, so Dan Burson Games. Gimpy's done a lot of videos with them, a lot of work with them, and they actually sent me these really cute little sparkly glittered airplanes that they made for my birthday last year, which was funny because in one of the videos that I was doing a DVG game, I joked that they should add glitter, and so they sent me the planes to play with them. It was really, really cool. So I really love all them. I think it's Dan, Kevin, and Laura? That might be wrong. I'm sorry, pregnancy brain. I'm going to claim pregnancy brain because it's a real thing and it really happens to me. It's bad with me, but I just am excited about this one. He has been excited about it, obviously, but it's kind of a lot because it's a game, and then there's, I guess, each of these is like an expansion. So I'm going to guess this, and then we'll look at the expansions and see if we can figure it out. So let's just get into it. So this is a DVG game, and it is called Warfighter, the World War II Pacific Combat Card Game. So it's a card game, which always intrigues me. I think it's DVG that did the game. I can't remember what it was called. Locked Down. I can't remember the name of it again. Pregnancy brain. Forgive me. But it's the game that we played and they sent me the planes for, and it's the ones that have like a little cockpit. They created that. So it's the same publishers, but that's a card game. And this says combat card game, so it gives me hope that it's something I might play because, as most of you know, Gimpys Gal is not necessarily like super into war games. I love other board games, but war games are not really like my thing. But I've played a couple, and I've played a couple card combat games. So that's a promising thing to see on a box when it comes to me in war games, is to see it's a card game. So let's just get into it. So here is the front of the box. Some really cool artwork, and it's very heavy. So already I can tell you there is a lot of stuff in this box. On the back, it says December 7th, 1941, a date which will live, ... And it's showing some cards, like some examples of the cards. And then it says, it takes the Warfighter card game series to the Pacific Theater. December 7th, that was Pearl Harbor, I believe. Wasn't it? I believe December 7th was Pearl Harbor. And then it says, let's see, just kind of talks about it. And then at the end, or at the bottom, it does say the components. So we have 390 cards, and I think that's excluding these. These are all extras. So in this box, you get 390 cards, 9 campaign sheets, 5 sheets of counters, 4 dice, 17 by 33 mounted display, and a rulebook. It says game scale. It's tactical individual soldiers. Players is 1 to 6. Time to play 30 to 90 minutes, and complexity is moderate. So here is the back of the box. Hopefully you can see it. And let's open it up. I'm going to have to put all this in. Let me take this stuff out, and then we'll set it up. There we go. Kind of figured out how to open them a little easier as I've gone through this. So let's just take, here's the 4 dice. So we have 3 9-sided, 10-sided dice. Yeah, 10-sided because of the 0. So we have 3. It dropped them. Boring white and black regular run-of-the-mill dice. Again, DVG, you could add some glitter or some rainbow colors, some sparkly pinks and purples, and it would really intrigue me more. I'm just kidding, but anyway, you get 3 of those, and then you have 1 regular 6-sided dice. These are all the cards that come in the box. So these are the 390 I talked about. We'll get into those in a second. This time he gave me some bags so that I can actually open the cards up, because usually I don't, because I don't want to get them mixed up and mess them up. So here is the rule book. Yeah, because there's no other book. So this must be the rule book, and it has like your table of contents on the front of it. Again, could have gone with some, better colors. White is just, it's cool, but I think some color would definitely spice it up a little bit. So here's the rule book. It's game over. It's, what you would expect. It's talking about each of the cards, and I guess there's different people in it. I do think that if I'm looking at these look like actual pictures of people on the back of some of these. So like this one says Kevin Molinax, and it looks like an actual picture. So I don't know if these are the actual people. I think it is. If I remember, I think he did tell me that it has like real people in it, like it's historically accurate, and even down to the people that are portrayed in this game. So that's really cool. And we're going to be looking at those in just a few minutes. But yeah, it talks about the cards, campaigns. So I guess there's campaigns in this. It's a combat, and it mentions December 7th, which is, I'm pretty sure that's Pearl Harbor. I usually know my dates. So December 7th was Pearl Harbor, and it says this is the Pacific chapter of it. So it must be Americans versus, Japanese, Germans. I don't know. I'll have to take a look and see. I'm not a history buff, so do not ever hold that against me. And please don't ever watch these and think that you're going to learn anything, because you're not. I'm not a stupid girl. I'm not trying to say that I'm dumb, but history just was not my forte. And while I can appreciate it and respect it, my husband is like super into it. He majored in it in college, so he absolutely loves it. Me, on the other hand, like, I appreciate it, and I want to, know about our country and what we've done and all that kind of stuff. But as far as little details, I'm not going to be the one to know all of that stuff. So that's the rule book. I'm going to pop it here for just a second. There's 1 game board. So I'm curious how that's going to work, because it's a card game. So how are we going to use a board with cards? But I'm sure we'll figure it out. So it's pretty big. Here it is right here. I think this is the right way. Let's see. Yeah. So there is it fully opened. Hopefully you can see. And we're just going to take a look at it. So we have attack chart, attack sequence, turn sequence. So that must be the turn sequence. We have setup, so it tells you how to set up, a mission timer, a location deck, a hostile deck, an action deck, and a mission card deck. Sorry, the dogs are barking. I have no idea what they're barking at. So that is there. And is there anything else I missed? Nope. And then it's just kind of blank. So obviously you're going to use this, and it's cool that on the actual board, it does tell you attack sequence and turn sequence, and it gives you a place to put the cards, which is really, really good, because if it's just a blank board, you might have to reference your rule book if you're first learning it. So I like games that make either some type of a player aid or add it to the board so that you don't have to keep going back into the rule book. Hopefully the dogs will shut up here in a second. I don't know what they're barking at. I'm so sorry, but we put them outside for that very reason, and they're still going. So we'll wait a second to see if they stop. Of course they stop when I stop. Let's just try to continue. I apologize. Hopefully you can kind of dull them down a little bit, but they are old and grumpy and finicky, and they bark at everything. So we're going to go on to the counters. So I think, how many counters did it say? I don't know, but there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets of counters. Again, drab colors. I mean, really, DVG, when are you going to figure out that me personally likes different colors? And even though all the rest of your customers like these colors and don't care about colors, one person who opened the box one time thinks that you should add colors, so that's what you should do, right? That's a smart business decision. That's obviously what you need to do. Obviously, I'm kidding, but anyways, let's look at these. So we have sheet 1 front. I love it whenever they say which sheet it is in the front or the back, so I know and I don't have to try to guess. But these top ones look like dog tags with numbers on them. It's numbered 1 through 8, and there's a few of each. And then we have some in the middle here that say Hardy. And then at the bottom, I thought it said Erica, which if you don't know is my first name. It says EKIA on these, and they look like little crosshairs. So I don't know what that is all about. But that is the first sheet of counters, the front, and then the back of that. Looks like it's the same on these up here, same on these. These down here say SUP on the back. And then some of them say the same thing on the front and the back. And then over here we have an inactive counter. So that is the back. So most of them are the same except for these down here. And all of these are the same. So that is the back of sheet 1 for the counters. Sheet 2 have some more just numbers. So 1 through 6. Again, it's just numbered. Looks like the same on the front and the back, but there's a different image behind it. We have some stars, and then on the back, there's double stars. Then we have some weapons, looks like grenades, a blast grenade, a smoke grenade, and then another timer token here. So here is the front, and it looks like the same on the back, except for the numbered ones have a different image behind it. It looks like scissors and like a piece of paper or something. And then the stars, there's 2 of them on the back. So that's the front, that is the back. And so far, I'm really not getting anything from these that tell me about what this game. Obviously, I know it's a combat game, so I know there's going to be weapons and there's going to be sides. So I know the grenades are for the dog tags. I don't know if that goes with your players. And then Hardy, I mean, I know what the word means, but I don't know what that means. And then EKIA, I have no idea what that means. And SUP, I'm assuming, is either supply or something. I don't know, but let's move on. I just popped one out. And by the way, these counters feel very good. I've mentioned before, there's sometimes when you pick them up, they pop right out. And that doesn't always mean that they're bad. I like the counters that, you know, these aren't just popping out, but you can tell that they're still good. They're really well made. DVG always produces a good product. So in my experience anyway, especially those glitter planes. All right, Warfighter, or we already know that that's what this is. So this says sheet 1 again. Well, that said sheet 1. And this says sheet 2, and then this says sheet 1 again. So I don't know. World War II. Is there anything different? It just says Warfighter World War II, sheet 2. This is the front, but then this goes back to sheet 1, which we already did sheet 1. But this is the same thing. So I don't know if they misnumbered it or if it's these are for one campaign and these are for another. I don't know. But these have, again, some numbers 1 through 8. And then it has like a guy in the background, like it looks like he's running. We have some ammo, which they're all the same. They're just ammo with a picture of ammo on it. We have some more weapons. We have a rocket, a rifle grenade, a breach charge, a canteen, satchel charge, a comfort box. That sounds comforting. And then we have some more of those Hardy cards at the bottom. And then on the back, it looks like these are the same. The ammo ones say empty on the back, and then these are the same, and they're all the same except for the ammo. They say empty on the back. So that is the front of our second sheet 1, and that is the back of our second sheet 1 of our counters. Hopefully you're getting a decent, I mean, this isn't necessarily for like to learn how to play. This is just for fun. So, but I do like to show them because I know a lot of you like to see the counters. So if I do them too fast, just pause it. I've been trying to hold them up longer so that you guys can get a good look. Gimpy told me like, you're holding them up too fast. But sometimes I just think I'm holding it up for longer than what I really am. So, all right, sheet 2 front, we have some fuel. We have some bipod deployed, fuse, foxhole. Then we have A, B, C, and D on what looks like notebook paper. Then we have mortar shells and like bayonets, and they're numbered, or a K-bar it looks like. It looks like a K-bar. I know that's because Gimpy has like a whole bunch of them. So they look like K-bars, and they're numbered 1 through 8. Then we have action with a guy running, and then the bottom we have bandages. On the back, I think these look the same except for the bipod ones just say bipod on the back instead of deployed. And then the letters look the same on the front and the back. The mortars do, and then These are the same as well, front and back, the K-bars. The action ones say used on the back, and the bandage is the same. So that is the front of sheet 2, our second sheet 2. And here is the back of our second sheet 2. Did you hear how every time I stop talking, the dogs stop barking, but every time I'm speaking, Molly's barking? Never, ever, ever again will we get a yippy dog. I loved her when we first got her. I mean, obviously I love her. She was our first baby. But she is one of those little tiny silkies, and she is a yippy dog, and she never stops. And she's almost blind now, so I'm sure that has a lot to do with why she barks even more now. But I am so sorry. It's annoying me. Hopefully it's not annoying you. Hopefully it's not, but I might have to refilm this if they don't stop or if it's too loud when he goes into edit. So we'll see. All right, sheet 3. So this is the only sheet 3. We have 2 sheet 1s and 2 sheet 2s. We only have 1 sheet 3 of the counters. We have enemy held at the top. We have some numbers with guys like they're shooting 1 through 4. We have rope, charges, and that's it. And then we have squad 1, 2, 3, and 4. We have parachutes and bottles and divinity. Looks like a book of some sort. We have holy water, which is interesting. A grenade. We have disdain, 4 of those. Then we have some different numbers of the guys kneeling and shooting, some different numbers with them standing and shooting. They're all kinds of in different positions. And then we have some tanks at the bottom that are numbered as well. On the back, we have door breached here. This one is red on the back. All the rest of them look exactly the same except for these at the top. It says enemy held. It's red. On the back it says friendly held, and it's tan. So that is the difference. So this is the last sheet. Sheet 3, that is the front. And then this is the back. All right. Now these look like different locations and times. So I wonder if these might be the campaigns, or maybe this is, yeah, I'm guessing. Let's see if we can remember. I have to look at the box, sorry. Where does it say? 5 sheets of calendar. Okay, 9 campaign sheets. So those must be the campaign sheets, even though in the rule book we saw campaigns as well, but it must just tell you about the campaigns, and then these are the actual campaigns. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, these are the campaign sheets. So it says, this one says Iwo Jima, 1945, offensive. It has OBJS, I'm assuming objectives, and then evaluation gives you, I guess, what happened there, and a map of, I guess, where you start. This looks like where you would put your counters. And at the bottom it says U.S. Marines, starting locations, objectives, and special rules. So it looks like it just kind of is giving you a specific thing from this time to do. Like this one is Iwo Jima 1945. This one you're offensive. So here's that first one. I'll just kind of flip through these campaign sheets really quick just to show you what they look like. Second one is Tarawa 1943, again offensive. U.S. Marines again. And then it looks like a map and then some places to put your counter. So that is campaign number 2, or the second campaign sheet. And then we have Buna Station, 1943. No idea where that is. Same thing. It's just a different map and a different title. And obviously the top little paragraph here tells you, I guess, what that is. What Bua Station, 1943. Buna Station, 1943. What happened? What happened there? So there is a third. Here's the fourth, Macon Island, 1942. Same thing. Then we have Guadalcanal invasion, 1942. And they all say offensive, too, in parentheses. So I don't know if there's any that are, there's some that are defensive. So this one is Guadalcanal invasion, 1942. This one, again, says U.S. Marines at the bottom. And then we have Wake Island invasion. So that makes me think of Wake Forest, which is my favorite ACC basketball team or college basketball team. So we have Wake Island invasion 1941. Again, offensive. Right there. Market Garden Defense 1945. This is a defensive campaign card. And then we have Dunkirk, which that's a good movie, 1940. This is another defensive card. And then Wake Island Defense, 1941, another defensive card is the last one. So those are the campaigns. And I read on the first one kind of what's on it. So even on these defensive ones, they have kind of the same thing. They have RP at the top instead of the OBGJS for objectives, I'm assuming. But the bottom, you have the same thing. It says who it is, their mission, special rules, and then the map with these little counter squares, but I don't know what that's for. We have a campaign log sheet. I am so sorry, the dogs will not stop barking. I don't really, this looks like, I guess you write the campaign, you're starting RPs. I don't know what that means. How many weeks? I guess you keep your time here. And then your squads, like your soldier names and stuff go here, squad 2. So this looks like it just for you to keep track of everything. I guess maybe you can make copies of this, so that each player, because it said 1 to 6 players. So I guess you can copy this so that you can each have your own little way to keep track of everything. But as far as what you're putting on here, I mean, aside from what it says on here, I don't know what that would be. So yay for me. And then this is really cool because it says Warfighter card keywords. So this is kind of like a player A sheet, it looks like. Yeah, it just says this is a comprehensive list of the keywords used in the Warfighter series. So then it just goes through all the different phrases and words that you're going to need to know what they mean in the game. And it's a trifold front and back. But I like it because you don't have to go through a big, heavy rule book to figure out if you see something on a card and you don't know what it means. I'm guessing that's where this would come into play. You can look through this a lot quicker than you could flip through a rule book, and you would be able to figure out what that means. So those are the components aside from the cards. And just from looking at that, I mean, it sounds silly, but I saw Japan, I saw Marines on there. I didn't see any other sides listed. Hold on 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. They would not stop barking at nothing. No one's out there. Nate and Bradley are out front. I don't know what they're barking at. It was driving me insane. So hopefully they're done barking now. I just went out there and told them to hush, and they did. So anyways, I was saying that it sounds silly to say this, but it's a combat card game. I mean, so far, that's what I can tell you. My guess is it's exactly what it says it is. It's a combat card game. Like I said, the campaign sheets did have different sides listed, but on the counters, I didn't see any indication of like the US or Japan or this side or that side. Now, these have different flags on them, the expansions do, so I'm guessing those are each going to be different countries or different branches of the military for the US. But as far as who you're playing as, I guess it just depends what campaign you play and if you're playing solitaire or if you're playing with other people. So these are all the cards. We know there's 390 that come in the box. This says Warfighter World War II United States weapon. So this must be a weapons deck. I'm going to open it. He did bring me some back so I can open these because sometimes we don't really get a good idea when I just can look at one card. But that's usually what I do because I don't want to get them mixed up or mess up anything so that when he goes to play, he doesn't have to try to fix my mistake. But since this is a card game, kind of majority of this unboxing or this guesses is going to be about the cards. So I had to open the cards, and he was kind enough to get me those baggies to put them in so that I could open them for you. They're just not the easiest to get into. There's not an easy little seam to open here. And they look, again, not sparkly, not glittery, not colorful, but they look definitely well made, and they have real pictures, which I do appreciate that. I mean, I'm sure some history buffs do enjoy that as well when it's an actual picture from that time. It kind of just makes it feel more real, even though it's a historically, I'm guessing it's historically accurately based game. Yeah, so let's look at this. So this is the weapons for the United States. Is this not, this whole deck is not all weapons. There's a few that are. So we have, these first few are weapons. So we have like a machine gun, an M1919 tripod. I don't know how you say an M1919. If you just say that, or if you say an M1919, if you say an M919 or one, I don't know. But this one here is a M1919 machine gun, and it has all the different like range, reload, hit, mode rolls, and auto. Penetration, spray, it requires whatever tripod. So you need this next card to use this. So this is the tripod that it says on this card, you need this to use this. So that is the first two. And then we have another machine gun. This one says deploy bipod to gain spray. I'm not going to show you all of them. We have a M1 911 pistol, ranged, a grenade adapter, a rifle, another rifle, a scoped rifle, a bayonet, a machete, an SMG, a grenade, a shotgun, and a carbine. So those are all of the United States weapons in this deck. I think on the board there might have been an area for weapons. That might not have been one of the spaces on the board, but that is the weapons deck. So I'll put that in here. Looks like they're all kind of maybe mixed together. So that's that. Then we have an action deck here. Are the rest of these action? Yeah. So action deck, it just says Warfighter World War II action deck. We have reloading, walk it off, snapshot, scrounge, cover me, go, 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 stay low, steady aim, self-sacrifice, suppress. You know, I could probably memorize these if I came up with some little like song to sing. Like, all I think of is preschool songs because I have 2 small kids. So like, how do you say that? Mary Had the Lamb. I'm trying to think of the tunes. I could say reloading, walk it off, and sing a little song to remember all of them. I'm just being silly. But anyways, some of these are funny. Go, go, go. That's hilarious. Stay low, steady aim. A lot of those. Self-sacrifice, suppress, take cover, foobar. Don't know what that means. Walking fire, charge, and assault. So those are the action cards. I'm going to just set these here because I see some more. I see another action deck here. So let's open this up and see. I don't see a difference. It doesn't say like this is the action deck for this side or this is the action deck for this campaign. So it looks like maybe these are a little bit mixed up. Like they don't have all the action cards together. Maybe there's just a few weapons and the rest of these are the action. So they just didn't want to have one little teeny tiny pack for their weapons. So they just added it into the action deck. All right, I'm trying to get this open, and I'm wishing the dogs would shut their mouth. I'm so sorry. It's like, it's kind of like when you're a parent and your kids are acting up and you're like mortified, and other people are like, it's fine, they're kids. So some people might be like, oh, it's fine, they're dogs. But for me, it's like driving me insane because it's every 2 seconds she's barking for no reason. Hold on. While I'm opening this, I'm going to go grab her real quick. All right, if they start barking in here, I'm going to just open the gate and let them run free. I'm just kidding. I want this open. See, Rocco's not so bad. He's going to land on the couch now. He's going to be quiet. The little tick, 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 tick that you hear is Molly walking around looking for somebody to annoy or something to get into. That's what she does. She's our little old lady, so we still love her. She just annoys us sometimes. All right, finally got this open. So we have another action deck, but there are other cards mixed in here. So this is what I mean. I didn't want to separate them or say it too quickly. So here's some more action cards for action deck. They look exactly the same as the other action deck, except for the back is different. So this says location marker. Yeah, these are all location markers. So I don't know if these need to be kept separate or not, but I'm going to keep them separated just in case. And he can put them together if he needs to. So then we have event cards. We have a few of those. Warfighter, World War II, Japan, Elite cards. So we know Japan is one of the sides we can play as. Thank you, cards, for giving me a cheat. And the rest of these, Japan, 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 Japan. Yes, okay. So we had some more action cards, which I said they were different, but they were all location markers. It looked like this. And then we had event cards, which have events on them. So we have surprise event, down power event, lost event, mud event, easy going event, wrong direction, lighten the load, drinking water, and salvage. So those are the event cards. That is the back of the event cards. And then on to the Warfighter, or the Japan Elite. So we have a harassing force. Sounds about right. And it just has a bunch of numbers and words that I don't have a clue what they mean. But let's see. Harassing force, NCO officer, rifleman, light mortar team, light machine gun team, reinforcing, human wave, okay, that's like at a football game when you go around the stadium, but okay, commander, bonsai, sniper, mortar team, Legendary Sniper, and Type 95 Tank. So these are Japan Elite cards. I'm guessing maybe one of the campaigns. These are going to come into play. Obviously, they're going to come into play or they wouldn't be in the box. Duh! All right, let's move on. I'm not going to put them in bags yet till I figure out everything that comes with it. Okay, if I've been missing this whole time, I'm going to scream because it looks like there is an easy pull tab on this. But this whole time when I've been trying to pick the top of these off, there's a cute little like gum box thing here that just sweeps it right off, and I've been missing it this whole time. So yay for pregnancy brain and just, you know, dumb moments that we have. All right, so we have skill card. We have any nation weapon card, one of those. And then we have reference cards, two of those. Another skill card. I don't know, why are they separated? It doesn't say anything different, but they're separated. All right, skill card. Skill cards, skill cards. Equipment cards, we have a few of those. We have a few more weapon cards, but they look a little different. Here's some more of those skill cards. Some more weapon cards. These have different flags. Okay, so that's what their difference is. There's what country that weapon is for is on the front of the card. So those are the weapon cards. Then we have a soldier card with all the different countries' flags as well. I don't think we've opened any soldier cards yet. So we haven't opened equipment. So I'm going to go through each of these. So we have skill cards, jitters. I don't know. This is weird because they were kind of separated at first, but they all look the same. Unwell, operator, survivor, blends in, warm-blooded, spotter. And these have like color photos on them, which is cool. Some of them have color. Some are black and white. Zero, local knowledge, sapper, shooter, fast learner, fast reload, panic, also me, green, and jitters. So that is the skill cards. It's any weapon card is a satchel charge, whatever that means. These reference cards say shadow attacks and unarmed combat, but no other indication who these are a reference for. So that's those. We have equipment cards. We have binoculars, a breaching charge, a camouflage, and it doesn't again say like who these are specific to. They're just equipment cards. And then the weapons cards, these do have flags on them. It just has a picture of the weapon and then it says the flag over it. And on the back, I guess it tells you all the things you need to know. So we have, we'll do it this way. We have a rocket launcher, and that's for the US. We have a rocket launcher for British, a rocket launcher for whatever country that is. That one is the same. That one is the same. Another rocket launcher for a different country that I don't know what flag that is. It's a red flag with that. Maybe the Soviets or something. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I could literally guess any country and it would be my best guess because I really don't know flags that well. I should probably brush up on them. Bayonet for the U.S. K-bar knife for the U.S. Another knife for the U.S. A bayonet for different countries. So you get the idea. You have like a weapon, like one type of weapon, but then you have it for different countries, or you have that country's version of a bayonet or whatever. So that's what this is. This weapons card thing. And then soldier cards are just that, soldier card. So we have squad Kevin Molinax. It's his back, so I can't tell if he's even cute or not. Thanks a lot. Could have given me a face shot so I could at least like do some hot or not ratings here. Dan Hungerford. Someone shooting, can't see not very good picture of him. Squad Hagen. He looks pretty cute. That's British. This is Dampenin. French, I believe. Cross, U.S. Got a shirt open. Nice, nice. This looks like Israel, I think is that flag. Hatala Tuano H. Wishik. Oh, his shirt's off. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. We have Prince for the U.S. Michael Updike. And Shepard for the U.S. Marines. So those are the soldier cards, and let's get into the rest of these. Now that I know there's an easy tab, it should go a little quicker. This might be a little bit longer because I am going through all the cards, which usually I don't, but this being a card game, I feel like it's kind of necessary, right? Right, so bear with me. Where is that little tab? There it is. Nope. Come on. There we go. All right. So we have some more action deck cards. Again, I don't know why they're separated out like this. There's nothing on the front to indicate anything any different. So I'm going to put them in the same bag because there's nothing that makes me think they're different other than that they were in different packages. But they all look the same. So I'm not going to go through all of these, but we have some more of the action deck. So these are all action deck cards right here. And there might even be more, so I'm not going to bag them up just yet. We do have some more location cards here, and this is Jungle. It just says location card and then Jungle. Did we already have location cards? I thought we did, but maybe we don't. Nope. So we'll just set these to the side. That was in that deck. Let's move on to this one. Okay, here's some more of those location cards. Good thing I didn't paint my nails before this because my nail polish is chipping off like crazy. Oh, come on. You know what? You can like take and print off little teeny tiny pictures of things and you can like paint them on, like paste it onto your nails. So maybe I should start doing that with some of these counters. I can like shrink them down and then put them on my fingernails so that I could be all like in the mood for when I'm doing a Gimpys Gal guesses. So some more of those jungle location cards. A bunch of those. So jungle location cards, more of those. Nothing indicating that it's different, so I'm going to put them together. We have some objective cards. Okay, one objective card. One mission card. Okay, a mission card, objective card, a mission card, an objective card, an objective card. This is very weird how they're like kind of shuffled in a little bit, but there's clearly different cards, like different decks kind of intertwined. So I hope that by me dividing them up into soldier cards, so let's go with the soldier card, that I'm not messing anything up. But if I am, he told me to do this, and I'm just doing it with common sense, which would be like put the same cards together. If there's nothing that looks different on the front of the card, I'm putting them together. So hopefully I'm not doing anything wrong. But these are the mission cards, and it says jungle, and then it says enemy charge, enemy assault, you know, snap raid, rapid raid. Just an example of the mission cards, and then the objective cards. Again, objective card jungle, and it says last ridge lines, last clearing, artillery position, bunkers, airfield. That's what those say. Just a few of them, because I don't want to go through every single card, because there's still two more, and then all of these. And this is going to be a long one, and my kid's going to start going crazy and wanting to come in and bug me, so I got to be kind of quick, but I'm so glad I did not paint my nails, because you're killing me, DVG. You're making me pick this out, and it's not working for me, so good thing I did not paint them. And I just cut them, so I don't have long nails to get it out. Okay, have some more of those Japan Elite cards. That says Japan Elite, but then this says Japan Frontline. Elite, Frontline. See what I mean? How they're kind of like... It looks like the same deck, like the picture's the same, but the words are different, and they're mixed up. They're not all together. Like all of the Elite are not together, and all of the Frontline are not together. They're kind of like every other one right now, and I don't know why that is, but I'm dividing them up like and like. So we have some more skill cards here that look the same as the other ones, so I'm going to put them with those. It's like a matching game before we even play the game. So there is those. Then we have equipment cards. And United States weapon, which is that one, another equipment cards, and a weapon. So I really feel like, oh, that's any nation. I might be doing this wrong because there's like a ton of different decks, and I don't know how they were divided up. So I really feel like he might be like, what did you do? And never, ever, ever let me unbox the cards again because I might have messed it up. Come on. All right. And we have some more soldier cards. Soldier. Ooh, lots of them. I don't mind going through those because there was some shirtless guys in there, so I can appreciate that. You might not appreciate that, but I do. Going through, I think all of these are soldier cards. Are they all? Yay! One deck that was all the same that I didn't have to divide out. So some more soldier cards. So I think I've kind of showed you what you know, the majority of these are. And honestly, I'm more confused than ever because there's just so many cards. And I don't know what to put in the same bag. I don't think he wants all of these in a different bag, but we'll see. All right, so those are all of the soldier cards in one bag. And then we have these United States weapons cards I'm going to put in the bag. I'm also going to put this Any Nation weapon in there because it looks the same. And then these Japan, there's Frontline and Japan Elite. I guess we can put those in their own bag, even though they look the same as these. Like, they look quite similar. I'll just stick these in here with these. I'll just turn them the other way so that we can divide them out a little easier. So there's those. Then we have location cards, objective cards. This is like you just watching me do my favorite thing, which is organizing. And mission cards. We're going to put all these in the same so that they're just not so many bags. And this is evidence of me doing this so he knows why I put the cards where I put them. Because this has turned into more of a Gimpys Gal does all of Gimpy's organizing for him than a guesses. All right. So while I'm doing this, I'm just going to guess what I think this main box is. And then we'll look at these expansions super quick because it's already going pretty long and you're probably already sick of seeing my beautiful face. But anyways, like I said, it's a silly guess, but I did see like French and British and I think Israel and Japan and the US and all those were in there. So it says 1 to 6 players. So I'm guessing some of these campaigns are for certain numbers of players and you pick a side to play as. And then all of these are going to come into play. There's event cards, there's equipment cards, there's action deck, reference cards, mission cards, soldier cards. There's every kind of card you can imagine. And I guess you just look at whatever campaign you want to play. It'll tell you what you need to start it, like what cards, what counters you need, and then you just play. You play like you play cards. You play what you have in your hand and you hope that you beat the others. That is my guess. I can't really be more specific than that because I feel like to be more specific than that, I'd have to read you the rule book, and that's no fun for me and no fun for you. And that's what Gimpy does anyway. That's not what I do. So that's my guess. And I think that after seeing just how much is in this, I don't know that my previous statement of, hey, this looks promising, like I might potentially actually try this with Gimpy. I'm not going to stand by that statement because it looks more combat-y than I would prefer. I like games like Atlantic Storm and that Down in Flames Locked On, I think is the name of the game by DVG. That's a card game. I like those kinds of card games. These are like a little bit too much, but we'll see. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I'm going to put these reference cards. I'm going to put the rest of these together because they're just a few of each. So we have our reference cards, event cards, equipment cards, and weapon cards are all going in one bag together. Because there's just a few of each of them, and there's no sense in having them all in their own individual bag because then you'd have a million bags. So that's my guess for the main box. Now, when he got this, he got all of these with it, and he said all of these are expansions. So Warfighter, World War II, this says Z. This looks really cool because it looks like it's zombies. How cool is that? I do love zombies. I love Left 4 Dead, as I've said a million times before. So to see a World War II Z with little, like, what looks like zombies on the front is super exciting. I have to open this. It says Grr, Arg on the back of it. That's so cool. Oh, I want to open this and see it. I'll play this one. It says World War II expansion number 42, Undead. Way to go. Bravo, DVG, bringing the undead into this. That makes it so much more fun. In my opinion, I like the fantasy stuff. I like the unicorns and the glitter airplanes and the zombies. That makes it more exciting for someone like me who isn't necessarily a history buff. But again, that's not to say that I don't appreciate history. I do. You can tell I really want to get into this because I'm willing to bite into it. Come on, open. It doesn't have the easy tab that the other one had, so I'm just trying to rip into this because I want to see what this is. So it says it's an expansion for this. So you're still going to be using parts of the main box, but this is an expansion that you can get. And I believe it's already out. I don't think this is a brand new game, or it might be a brand new game, but I don't think that it's like not out yet. I think it's out. And if I'm wrong, he'll correct me, I'm sure, with his little smart ass comments that he likes to make. Why are you making this so difficult for me to get into? I don't want to break this box, but it's like, not wanting to come out, and I don't want to rip it. Come on. Oh, come on, I'm gonna cry. I don't want to rip this, but it's like, it's not wanting to come out. Come on, there we go. Okay. All right. So we have 2 decks. We have Undead Germany Elite, and then we have soldier cards. I'm not going to open these up because it's just too much. But like this one has Mayor, has a zombie on the back of it. This one has a real person. It has Chaplain Ryan. So this looks really cool. This is like a really, really cool twist on this. I love this expansion already because it's zombies. I mean, who doesn't love zombies? And adding zombies into a cool combat card game, I think that is amazing. I've never seen that before. That makes me excited. That makes me want to watch how Gimpy plays it because it has zombies in it. Love zombies. Love zombies. So that's really cool. So that is expansion number 42. We also have expansion 36. This is a vehicle pack. Another expansion, so I'm guessing this just adds different vehicles maybe to the campaigns that don't come in the original box set. And then these look like all different countries or branches of the military for the US. So we have a metals expansion, which is expansion 44. We have a expansion 22, which says China number 1, which right here. We have a North Korea number 1, expansion number 26, right here. We have expansion 45, which says fortifications, which it adds a whole new mission type. You can now assault fortifications, blow up doors, and engage the defenders in hand-to-hand combat. No special rules needed. Just add these cards to your game. A Dan versus game design. That's cool. So that's what that one. And then we have 24, which is U.S. Airborne. So it adds more Army Airborne to the game. We have United Nations number 1. This is expansion 31. Then we have what I'm sure will be Nate's favorite, which has the Marine symbol on the front of it. And it says expansion 43, Shore Invasions. This expansion adds 56 cards to your loadout. It gives you new specialist shore missions and shore location cards. So that is expansion 43. And then expansion 34, we have Canada number 1 right there. This one says it adds 56 cards to your loadout. So these are just to add some extra cool things into it. The one I'm obviously most excited to see put into play is the zombie one because it looks like it just takes and makes this a zombie game instead of just a combat game. So I think that is the coolest thing. That is my favorite thing that I've seen just because it's cool, it's different, it's unique, and it's kind of dark and spooky, which is all things that I love. So I'm so excited to see him talk about this one most of all, above anything else. This, zombies, way to go. Amazing. So that has been my guesses or my ramblings on or my unboxing and dividing out cards for the Warfighter World War II Pacific Combat card game by Dan versus Games. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry about the dogs in the background off and on. Hopefully it didn't annoy you as much as it annoyed me. And hopefully you get the gist of this and you didn't turn this off halfway through and say, this girl's crazy, she doesn't know what she's talking about. Because I will admit that I don't know what I'm talking about. But I have fun with it and it's exciting and you guys seem to like it. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Let us know in the comments what you'd like to see us guess next or if you want to see us do any playthroughs because as I said, now that I'm through the first trimester, I'm almost into my third trimester, I'm feeling a little better and so I want to do more videos before the baby comes. So any ideas or suggestions that you guys would like to see or anything that you like or want to see different, comment, let us know. We love to hear from you. And I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. I will see you in the next one. Bye!